Good morning, Year 1, Thursday morning maths. Today we're going to carry on looking at symmetry, but something slightly different, okay? Today we're looking at where we are given the line of symmetry and we are given half a shape and we have to draw the other side of the shape. So who can remind me from yesterday, what does symmetry mean? Have a think. Tell the adults that are with you. What is symmetry? What does it mean? Remember, it's when something is exactly the same on both sides. So you can fold it in half and the sides meet, and then you've got a line of symmetry down there, down where that line is, where they meet, okay? Line of symmetry. So symmetry, symmetrical, same on both sides, okay? And when we looked yesterday at our shapes, do you remember where we were folding them and looking at the lines of symmetry? Okay, we were looking at how many lines of symmetry shapes had. Remember, the way we tested was to check when we folded them, did they meet? Were they exactly the same on both sides? And we can see by looking at these shapes where I've put the lines of symmetry, you can see, if you are looking at that line of symmetry, you can see it's exactly the same on both sides. Okay, if I was to look at this line of symmetry, you can see it's exactly the same on both sides. Okay, that's what symmetry means. So today what you're doing is you're going to be given half a shape. So for example, if I was to give you sometimes you're given a line of symmetry that looks a bit like that. Sometimes it's dotted like that, sometimes it's a complete line. It doesn't matter either way. That is a line of symmetry, okay? And often you are given half of something on one side of the line of symmetry. So this is half. And then what you've got to do is you have to draw the other half on the other side, okay? So remember, it's really important to try and make it as best you can the same. It's tricky to do, but try as best you can. Mine's not very good, okay, to try and make it the same on both sides. Okay, that's not brilliant because this one's bigger. I'll make it a bit smaller this time. Okay, so try and draw the other half of the shape to make it symmetrical. Okay, we'll do one more together. It'll be a short video today. Okay, one more together. So if let's say I have half of my rhombus, I'm going to cut my rhombus in half. Okay, so there's half of my rhombus. I'm going to put it on my symmetrical line, on my line of symmetry. Okay, and then I need to have a look and see if I can draw the other half of the rhombus, okay, to make it symmetrical. So today, all you're thinking about, you have got a sheet, okay, where you have to draw the other side of the shape, okay, and if you want to, you can challenge yourself and you can get the adults with you to draw you a really tricky shape, especially on squared paper. If you've got squared paper, it makes it a little bit easier. So if you want to, after you've completed the shapes on the sheet, if you want to, you can get mummies and daddies in your maths book. So draw out the square. I'm going to very quickly draw out the squares for you, just to show you what I mean. It's not as neat as your maths book, but in your maths book, if you want, okay, you could get, on your squares, you could get your mums and dads to draw you a line of symmetry So you draw your line of symmetry on, and I'm going to do mine. If I do it in the middle, then you can see. Okay, so there's your line of symmetry down the middle, and then they can draw a shape using the squares on one side. So for example, they might decide to shade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they might decide to shade like that. And then what you've got to do is make the other side symmetrical. So you need to look carefully and say, right, okay, they've done one here, so I need to do one here, okay? They've done one here, so I need to do one here. Okay, they've done one here. Now if I look where my symmetrical line is, I've got half a square there, then I've got 1, 2, and then it's the third square. So I'm going to look, there's my half a square, 1, 2, third square. Okay, and then I can see I've got one here, which again, half a square, 1, 2 in, half a square, 1, 2. So I'm going to shade that one. And half, 1, 1, half a square, 1. So I'm going to shade half a square, 1 on the other side. And you can see now that it looks symmetrical. It's the same on both sides. Okay. What I might do is, instead of your mums and dads drawing these out, I'm going to put some into your file. So I will put some of these into your file. It's up to you whether you print off the sheet and do them on there, or you do them straight into your book. It's your choice, okay? But I will put some into your file. Okay, good luck for today, drawing the other half of a 2D shape and doing some symmetrical patterns. Okay, and I will see you tomorrow for something new. Take care, year one. Bye.